Yeah, I'm glad to be here, but I'm not going to I'm not going to read any of my picture books. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to tell you the kind of the secret stories behind the picture books, and also because it's 1 o'clock and I had lunch and other people probably have lunch. You get a little sleepy, so I think we'll start with a song called Tree Party. There's a story behind that too. Let's get a little rhythm going here. There was a party in our tree last night, and the bluebirds strung up lights. Robins played music. We danced all night. Hey, hey, chipmunks brought bowls of punch. Squirrels brought balloons, and spiders danced, crossed their webs, and plucked out old-time tunes. And so everybody was sleeping in the morning, but I wake up very early, and I went outside. And there was this tall, tall evergreen tree, really tall. And in it were like hundreds and hundreds of those little twinkly white lights. They were still on. And it was a great tree for climbing. It was almost like a ladder. It had really easy branches. So I climbed and I climbed. And this is really true. I was sitting probably 15, 20 feet up in the air, and I was surrounded by all these little teeny lights. And I thought, wow, this would be a great place to have a party, for a whole bunch of little animals to have a party in the tree. So I climbed down and I wrote a poem, and the poem turned into the Tree Party song. And then the Tree Party song turned into a picture book. I really like to play with words, and kind of like when you're doing rhyme, you're playing with words. So some things, a lot of things have turned out to be, in rhyme, in verse. There are some writers who, they write for 4 hours every morning, and they're very, I kind of like an idea comes to me and I write it, but then I find myself, I just keep being drawn to look at the story again. And then when I look at the story again, I realize, oh, that doesn't sound so good. And I just sort of like go by my ear and how it sounds. And I read them out loud, because especially the ones that are in verse, especially the ones that rhyme, because a book that rhymes, it needs to be able to be read very smoothly. But there's only one way to be a writer, and it's very simple. It's one word: write. That's all you have to do. I once heard this really neat thing from E.B. White, who wrote Charlotte's Web. He said, "This is Charlotte's Web. It's the story about a barn. I wrote it for children and to amuse myself. If you enjoy writing and write, ta-da, you're a writer."